Hey, welcome to the Car Connection Workshop. Things are in action today on the 99 Honda Civic DX 5-speed air conditioning. It needs to have a AC service as well while it's in here. Do an evac and recharge. But right now, number one is to get this ratty old exhaust off. And this is only about 2 years old. Not even that, I don't think, if I go into the folder. But this is a handy tool. I could use a cordless one, so if anybody out there wants to send me a cordless cutter, I probably had this 30 years. But that was a new disc before I started with the getting the exhaust off. But just show you what's going on back here. It's been getting a little loud, like louder than normal. You usually don't even hear this thing running when you get behind it. But number one, I noticed something else is, see this seam here? That's the welding seam. And when you buy the cheap stuff, like when I bought this, I thought I was buying this because I know exhaust. I worked in the exhaust manufacturing for a while. This is Walker. Didn't know they don't support the show, but there's no seam, you see. It's seamless. So this has a seam. That's the first place it goes. Look at the rest of the pipe. It's good. But where that welding seam is, and do you hear that? Do you hear the maracas in there? Listen. There's nothing left of the muffler inside. That's why I was changing it. But now that I get it off, watch. Buzz in on that, Skippy. Do you think it's rotten? The whole muffler is completely rotted out from the inside out and then the seam. So don't buy this cheap stuff because it only comes with a 1-year warranty. This is Walker. It has lifetime warranty. You see the welds. The can is more solid and you don't have that seam. And this is how it should come to you if you get it shipped. This is the right way to ship it. So whoever did the shipping did the right thing. Close the port off so nothing gets inside the muffler, and make sure there's a bleed hole on the bottom to take the moisture out because that's what rots them out. And they sealed it at the other end. That's somebody thinking, because stuff gets in there, then it's going to rattle. So what I do is, because the bungees are, I call them bungees, they're hangers actually. The hangers are difficult to get off because they're hooked. See how they're hooked? You can't really, you can swing into the hanger. Here's a hanger right here. You can swing into the hanger, and I spray them with silicone lube, and then I get these on there, and then I hang them on the car. I don't go the other way around. This is hanging on the car, then I'm trying to fix it on here. You're going to have a tough time doing it. Once in a while you can. So what I do when I'm cutting these, getting the muffler off, I cut it here, I cut it here, then I go under there and pull the bungees out, and I put a little bit of silicone lube in the holes, and then the hangers slide right on the brackets like no tomorrow. You're not wrestling with them, because you can wrestle with those until you're blue in the face. But look at all the junk that comes off. See? There you go. That's your junk. That is your junk from the muffler. The muffler is totally, even though there's no holes in it, there's nothing left inside it. So I was hearing this funny noise back here from inside the car, and I'm going, man, it sounds like somebody's back there with maracas, like a whole group, maybe having a piñata party or something. And I was underneath doing a service on the rear brakes, and I just kicked it with my work boot, and I could hear that, and I go, that thing is full of maracas. It's done, and it's over. But again, if you buy the cheap stuff, you'll always have a seam here, and that's the first place it falls apart. But she's done. Over and done. So that comes with a 1 year. This comes with lifetime. So that's what you want to get your hands on. I used to work up in Cambridge by the Walker plant, but I worked for an exhaust company back in the early 80s when the recession was on. We handled a lot. I couldn't get a job as an apprentice at the time, so I took a job at an exhaust warehouse, and we pulled exhaust and we put exhaust into the warehouse. every week. So we pulled orders. The truck delivered all the orders in the Niagara region. And then a great big truck from IPL would come, and there'd be a huge pile of exhaust in the warehouse. And then our job was to put it all away. There were rows and rows and hangers of exhaust, and everything had its place. So when the IPL truck, when we saw that on the calendar for the day, we knew we were going to be working hard over the next few days, because it's a big truck and we have to unload most of it by hand into the warehouse. So that's how I got to know. Well, I know the Walker exhaust. So if you're going to buy exhaust, folks, I guess the short story is, don't buy the cheap stuff. I thought I had purchased this one, but I actually got this one. And this is just a little over a year old. So that shows you the difference. So you pay a little more, but I'll tell you what, I found this online cheaper than this one. I got this one from Napa. Found this one online. And I got the Lifetime Walker and Lifetime Walker anywhere that sells Walker exhaust. I could walk in, if I had this happening, I could walk in with that and my receipt and get a brand new one. Just like that. So just a little bit, exhaust is dirty work. It really is. It's a disaster to work on, but I did a lot of exhaust. And as I said, you fight with it, you wrestle with it sometimes, but you just got to stay with it and figure your way through getting stuff back off. And if you have to salvage some pipes, then you don't want to be cutting into them. You don't want to make more work for the customer. Cut up a really good pipe when you don't need to replace it. So, yeah, that's exhaust. And we have a question in the house. Speak up, please.
This is a basic question.
Basic questions are good.
Are they?
Yeah, basic questions.
How does it make the engine quiet?
There are baffles inside there. So where you see the pipe, this is the inlet, and the little guy is the outlet. So inside here, it's not just goes straight through and comes out. There are baffles inside. So the tubes go through, and they have little holes in so that the exhaust is made quiet. And there's baffles in here. So you have a pipe that's coming all the way through to connect to here. Inside the can, there's all kinds of baffles to slow the exhaust down. Because exhaust is exhausting. Not really. And baffling. Very good. It's exhausting and baffling. But the can is designed inside to create back pressure. That's why if you have a European or a foreign car, you can't just open the exhaust and let it completely flow out, because it affects the engine. You need to have back pressure. So in other words, we don't want this just going. No, the exhaust has to hold back some back pressure to close the valves in the cylinder head. So back pressure is important. So the can, we call this the can. The can is designed inside to hold back some of the engine pressure, and so that the engine runs well. It runs a whole lot better when it has back pressure than when it's wide open, unless you're building an engine that will run on wide open exhaust without issues. So back pressure is number one. I can tell you right now, that muffler, that dead one on the floor, does not have as much back pressure as this one. So when this gets on there, it'll be super quiet. I never really liked the way that one sounded. But like I said, I actually pulled the file because I figured it was covered under warranty. It would be a Walker. And that's when I discovered it was not a Walker muffler, because I specifically asked for the Lifetime, because I know how they're built. And if you're buying exhaust, if you go with the cheap stuff, I'll tell you right now, 18 months you'll be changing it. So do you want to do it over again? No. Lately I've just basically surrendered to stainless exhaust. So that way, you're not every 18 months replacing either a component, the muffler, the mid pipe, or a resonator, or a catalytic converter, flange. Exhaust can be exhausting work when it's piecemealed. You don't want to piecemeal it, because I'll tell you what, somebody's going to be under there all the time welding a flange or cutting a piece of pipe out. So really think about it when you're buying exhaust. Price out the difference between the regular exhaust, just cold rolled steel. This is galvanized. That's just cold rolled steel, and that'll last 18 months and it's gone. This is galvanized. That's why they can do a lifetime warranty on it. And it's not cold rolled, it's galvanized pipe. So you got a lot more protection. That's going to take quite a while before there's a problem with it. But the cold rolled stuff, it just rots. So consider when you're doing exhaust, here's what I'll leave you with, is something we've never talked about, but it can be the biggest pain in the butt if it's piecemealed. If it's piecemealed together, you're going to constantly be spending money on it. You get to the point where, you know what, you just say, I want to change it all out, front to back. Let's take it all off and put another system on. That's where you want to make sure you do two estimates. You want to do an estimate for galvanized pipe and stainless. And I'll tell you this, if it's not that far apart from 100% stainless to the galvanized, you're going to be replacing it again at some point. Stainless, you're good. The only stuff we usually end up changing on stainless is if you're not using stainless hardware to bolt it all back together, then you're going to be dealing with those nuts and bolts. They're going to rot off. So that's where I tend, if you're doing stainless, you do stainless muffler clamps, you do stainless nuts and bolts, so that everything that's fastened to keep the system tight and right is stainless, so it's not going to rot. Now we're seeing a lot of vehicles from the factory coming out with some form of stainless exhaust, and they last quite a bit longer, but when it goes, that's when you need to make that decision. I learned that lesson on our 2007 FJ Cruiser. I've put 3 exhaust systems on, and just the muffler is $700. Just the muffler is $700. And I did that 3 times over the course of how long I've owned it, which is December 2013 to now. I did 3 full exhaust systems of just galvanized, and I got to the point where it's like the muffler is like almost $1,000 now today, and then you still need all the pipes. So that's when I decided it was going to be $1,400 one time, all stainless, custom welded stainless, and it's good for, well, it's been on there now. That system's been on there 7 years, so there's no signs of corrosion. I mean, some form of stainless usually gives you some what they call rusty spots, but if you just take a wire wheel, you'll just clean them right off. It'll be nice and shiny. So just food for thought. We hadn't covered any exhaust, and I thought, well, if we're going to create a YouTube library, let's make sure whatever components we haven't covered that we cover. And if you have an idea for a video or even a podcast, make sure you get yourself onto our Motor Mouth's Morning Drive podcast, Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. on all your platforms. You can find us on the homepage of our website, top right-hand corner, all the links, all the social media, and our YouTube channel. Make sure you're subscribed. So like and subscribe and share. Share the videos, share the channel with your fellow car enthusiasts. Get them involved, and maybe they can share and get us to our first 1,000 subscribers by July 30th. So help us out. We'd appreciate that, and you can always buy us a coffee as well at buymeacoffee.com/motormouth Nile, and all that information is in the description of all the videos. So till next time, we'll see you right back here in the Car Connection Workshop, being brought to you by our certified financial planners, Tony Miele, Larry Tetro, 50 years with IG Wealth Management. Bye for now. Oh yeah, if you're enjoying the videos like I know you are, ring the notification bell. It works.